to turning into something else. We're souls in this hell. I kind of feel like that song lately.
That's an actual song?
Dude, that's the one in Code Vein.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
See, the funny thing
in
about
this
that,
hell by Vamps.
the funny thing about that is I never actually listened to the music in Code Vein. I was too busy in the hot spring.
Turn on the it's the one where you turn
the
on
radio.
the jukebox. Yeah. That's the one song it plays, the only one.
The one song. I always thought it was funny that game had a jukebox and only had one song on it.
Yeah, I thought you'd unlock more music as you go. Nope, it's just In This Hell by Vamps. The same people that did the opening. Won't you take me to the underworld?
Do you want to listen to Vamps in the starting zone? Here's a jukebox.
Just that one song. They didn't even add the opening song, which is a different song. Still Vamps.
Just that one. Because, you see, you don't want to pollute it with too many choices. Once you give people too much choice, they just go freaking crazy, my dude. They go nuts. They can't handle that.
I've been playing Final Fantasy lately, and you can actually collect a bunch of different songs and put it in your jukebox at home.
See, but are any of them by Vamps?
There's nothing by Vamps. That is very fair.
I take a little bit of issue with that.
Anyway, this is the Protagonist seat. That's Ian. I'm Alex. We're talking about Code Vein, I guess, today.
Yeah, whatever. Code Vein's great.
We need Code Vein 2 now.
I would be very stoked to have Code Vein 2. Because even though I haven't put any money into any of the DLC in Code Vein 1, I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I would say it's one of my favorites.
I was basically torn between that and Sekiro for Game of the Year, just because I'm like, which Souls game was my favorite that year? I think I liked Sekiro better just because it was a little more challenging. That was the only thing. Code Vein was kind of easy.
I think Sekiro is more of like a streamlined experience. It's just
you can also really you can go crazy in Code Vein. I remember I made a caster build eventually that was nuts.
The caster builds are great.
I had one where it's basically you make the sword. Every time you hit something, you get back your blood ichor, so you can cast more. So you just run in, hit them a few times, boom, you're back to full ichor, jump back, and just cast your spells.
I remember my first playthrough, I did halberd build, which is crazy because you just stagger everything in 2 hits. You keep the distance, and you can attack pretty quickly.
I started out doing the gun build, and then I stopped doing the gun just to do the one-handed sword casting.
Gun build is a lot of fun. The
whole game's fun. I think that was one thing it had, just the variety over Sekiro.
Yeah, Sekiro is very one way. The game has its core mechanics, and that's
you approach every encounter in one way.
Pretty much, yeah. Because
it's how do I want to kill this guy?
Do I want to freaking nuke him with magics? Do I want to impale him with my sick vamp blood arts?
Do I want to shoot him?
Do I want to smack him with a large hammer?
I feel like that was the one way I'm I don't want to do two-handed. I tried to go that entire game without doing any two-handed great weapons because I'm this is just the Souls strat. This is just what I do in Dark Souls.
The big weapons, in my opinion, it wasn't as fun. I feel like the funnest two-handed build was halberd.
I feel like fast and quick was fun in that game just because of the speed. So if you had what I really enjoyed about the gun build, since most guns were pretty light, you could actually do the the fast dash where it's you don't even roll, you're just sliding.
Yeah, I call it the Peter Pan float because you just dash with those those particle effects, those sweet particle effects.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, you basically just like float like side to side, or you like
But
go
real
back and then shoot.
fast.
Yeah, it's like your toes are pointed directly at the ground, but like not touching it.
It's real good. That game had so many freaking particle effects. Like everything just
Especially the later spells. And then
yeah.
when you start like casting those in succession,
And then when you cast spells at a boss that like dashes with smoke or has wide sweeping attacks, it's just you can't see anything. There just is nothing.
what was your
I
favorite area in it?
um that's a good question. Part of me, as much as it pissed me off, part of me kind of liked the cathedral area.
Yeah, the Cathedral of Sacred Blood. I remember walking into it, everyone memed that it's like, oh, it's Anne Orlando, and then you do it and it's like a fucking maze.
It is
Like,
a literal maze.
and it's intentionally like disorienting because everything is just pure white and looks the same.
Yeah.
I
I
like I
think
don't know if I would like it upon return. I think the first time I went through, I'm like, oh, this is really neat and different. This is totally not Anne Orlando.
yeah.
But if I did it
But
again, I'd be like, where the fuck is that key?
yeah. Same with getting the freaking shards in that area. It's a pain in the dick. Cause it's like, hey,
Yeah.
drop off of this part of this platform and then circle around to this side and then go up and then drop down through the center.
And it feels like that's the area where the difficulty finally starts to spike up.
Yes. The game is very simple up to that point.
Yeah, and then that part happens, and then everything can kill you in 2 hits. At that point, it's like, oh, I have to actually play Souls now. But you want to just keep going because you don't want to stop and have the area reset because of how many times you have to tread through stuff. So you just like power
Yes.
through it with like no health and healing items, no ichor.
Yes. I remember fighting the poison butterfly. I forget what the boss's actual name is, but
I
I
think,
remember fighting it and being actually surprised that I had killed it fairly easily in one go. I was like, that
yeah.
this can't be the end of that boss fight.
Granted, I did play through the game with the companion, so I don't know how much different it would be if I didn't. Although it really feels like you need the companion at some parts. Like it feels like the game was balanced around the companion.
I would say it definitely was. Because I feel like it's a feature they implemented into the game
I guess
because
it
they
depends on what
wanted to try it
companion you
out.
bring too, because it's like, hey, I brought Yakumo and he just shreds everything. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
I brought Mia and she just dies.
Yakumo raffle stomps. God damn everything.
He just best boy. He just destroys everything.
And then eventually I get Io, and I'm like, hey, she plays exactly like I do. I'll just bring her everywhere.
She's
And then
actually
we
pretty
raffle
good.
stomped everything.
Yeah.
She got those good heals, dog.
I brought
She got
Jack.
those good heals.
I brought Jack once and he died instantly, and I'm like, I think I'm good on Jack.
I never brought Jack because I looked at his blood stuff and I was like, oh, this is just like Louis, but he hurts himself.
Yeah, basically he does damage to himself, so I was like, eh.
No. No thank you. I don't know, man.
I wonder how they
And
would do with
then
Code Vein 2.
yeah, because like what ending do you go off of?
Because it kind of the true ending, I guess, kind of wraps up that whole city story pretty neatly.
It does.
Where it's like,
If
I
they
don't
go
think there's
off
anything left to do there.
if they go off true ending, I suppose it would just be a God Eater game at that point.
Yeah, it's just God Eater then.
Because
And I don't really want to
that's
play God Eater.
spoiler alert, that's the end of the true end of Code Vein. oh shit, it's been God Eater the whole time.
It's been the budget Monster Hunter franchise.
The whole time. I think they'd probably go off of.
No,
I don't know
because I
what's.
don't think you would do anything because it's the same area. Because I don't think anyone wants to tread through any of those areas again, so you would have to have a whole new zone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it really doesn't bait itself for a sequel well.
No. And it'd be wicked cheap to just be like, oh, there's another city.
That had the
That'd be
same
like
thing happen.
that would be like, okay, this is bullshit.
I
You
mean,
guys just wanted another game.
I guess God Eater's world is not like want for destroyed places.
Yeah. But it definitely wouldn't be the same if it was like, we have to fight the God Eater guys now.
In another destroyed cityscape.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Also, would you have new characters or it'd be the same characters and you're just playing the same person carried over? Like, because if you're going to go off of that ending where it's like, oh, new adventures await for us, then is it just my same character?
They could do what Mass Effect did and just be like, yo, you got wicked fucked up. So it's fine if you make a new character. We'll bullshit that. That was a thing. That was a thing Mass Effect did. Hey, you got blown up in space.
Like you're a boss character. You got to fight yourself. It takes your save data and then it makes you the boss.
Dude, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm OP. I don't want to fight me.
Yeah, I'm busted as fuck. I wouldn't, like, I mastered everything.
And boss monster me brought Yakumo to the fight, so he's just going to shred me.
Jesus.
Imagine fighting you and Yakumo.
That would suck. I would hate that. Because, like, I was pretty good at ranged combat. So if Yakumo got all up in my grizzle and with other me just launching fucking crazy ass blood magic at me, that would suck. That would be awful.
Yeah, so they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, guys, don't do that.
Don't do that idea we came up with and shot down.
That's how you know we're fair and balanced. We will shoot down our own ideas in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we will bring it up. It's like, hey, what about this? Nah, that's a terrible idea. Kill whoever came up with that.
All right. Cue gunshot off.
Pow, 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 pow.
Pow, pow, pow.
Back.
It's a gunfight. He had he had his own. I wasn't prepared. What if you got into a gunfight with yourself?
Like, just holding two guns?
Holding two guns, constantly moving your head, and just, like, shooting over your head. I feel like there'd be a way to do that with, like, all kinds of crazy theatrics and stuff to make it interesting to watch.
Oh, speaking of Souls stuff, I just got in the mail today Neo, the first one, because I'm like, I don't own the first
one. Neo.
Defy
Reloaded.
Death. Ready your blade for the countless battles of a land torn apart by civil war. Clash steel with fierce samurai and fallen warriors. Stand alone against vicious demons.
That's a long title.
Master combat and find honor in every hard-fought victory. Only in death will you find the way of the samurai. Because some live, some die.
Some die in the way of the samurai. That's like a light novel title right there.
That's not the title, but yeah.
That's real long.
Also, I got Soul Calibur 6 for when quarantine ends.
Yay!
So you can play Geralt and I can play 2B.
So we can play none of the characters from the Soul Calibur franchise.
That's what Soul Calibur is all about, baby. The DLC characters.
The guests are really important to the experience. I will also say,
Fuck.
jumping quickly back to Neo, that game is pretty cool.
Yeah, why isn't William in Soul Calibur?
Because you'd just be Geralt, basically. But Geralt with a katana.
I don't know. William has crazy yokai powers, so that like differentiates him a bit.
Geralt also has magic.
Yeah, but not yokai magic, where he summons little yokai.
That's true. Geralt has rune magic.
Also, William uses all the weapons.
William does use all the weapons. But the thing about that game is like it hits me into that special category where like there's just too much. There's too many weapons. Cuz it's got a Diablo-esque weapon system or like an MMO-esque weapon system where it's like, "Hey, here's this Orobochi no Dachi. It's got like +2 to yokai defense. How cool is that?"
You take 2 steps and then you get a better one.
And then you get a fucking better one. And I'll admit, I kind of hate that.
It's
I
true.
would've
I don't like inventory management very much.
It just bugs me. I don't like it. Because then I'm like, I need to have a loadout for every specific scenario. So I carry just tons of loadouts.
Ooh, you want to talk about inventory management? You got to play Final Fantasy 14 with me, where you got to not only manage your inventory for the job you're playing, but all the jobs, because you know you can play all of them. So imagine every single class having its own loadout.
I'm pretty sure I would just die at that point. I don't think my brain or my heart can handle it. Because that means I'll have to. I mean, I can't possibly have a loadout for every possible job unless I do.
You can. Some people do. Most people probably do.
I would spend an entire like week probably just working on it, and then I'd get some stuff that would be slightly different, and I'd have to spend another 2 hours just going through my loadouts.
Thankfully, they make it pretty easy where like you just set the loadout and then you can just swap between them where it's like you press one thing and it's like, oh, I popped into a different job and now all my gear is now that gear that I set to specifically be wearing.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Because I get way too into inventory management. It's not healthy.
And they have a recommended gear thing where it'll just put on the best pieces.
Okay. I like that as well too, actually.
So it's like you don't have to like go in and search for it. It's just like, hey, that new chest piece you got, we'll just stick it right on you.
We'll just stick it right on you.
And if you don't like how it looks, you can just cast a glamour on it to make it look like another piece of gear you own.
That's one thing that looks very positive to me. Because one of the things I really hate about any MMO ever is how freaking goofy and stupid a lot of the armor looks.
And not only that, you can set out loadouts for your glamour, so you can have different like loadouts for just appearances.
Ooh, I like that.
So you switch to the gear set you want that you're actually wearing, and then you switch to the glamour set that you want to like actually look like.
I want every game to have that. Every game should just let me customize my appearance and have that be my appearance until I want to change it, and then I change it.
You know how Code Vein's customization, going back to where we all started, was really good? I can only imagine how good Code Vein 2 is going to be for that like character customization.
It better be, dog.
People like memed about like how Code Vein was a really good character customization game, and then there's a whole other RPG stacked on top of it.
It's true, though. It's really true. There was one of the series I like to watch on YouTube is called Monster Factory, in which two brothers, hosts of the My Brother, My
Two
Brother and Me
brothers.
podcast.
They got a really strong bond. It's all about the brothers.
It's all
They're
about the
fighting
brothers,
a
though.
Mexican armada.
And they're running, but they're in a van from the armada.
But it's really about the brothers.
But it's about the brothers. And then aliens show up.
Two brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
It's just called Two. I will always love that bit because I can hear him laughing as he's like, it's just two brothers. It's just called Two Brothers. You gotta love intergalactic cable. Except they don't do it anymore. Because they were like, this is unsustainable.
Even though I don't know how, it's improv. It's literally improv.
I feel like, because one of the things with
make shit up.
One of the things with improv is you take something to go off of. So like,
motherfucker, they made a whole thing, little bits. Got little pizza, little food, even got little people, shit, little bits.
Yeah, and that was probably a weird ass tangent brought on by something. Also, the fact that I'm pretty sure they drink 90% of the time they're in the booth. Which,
hey, it's me, Answer My Eyes Johnson. I gotta answer my eyes.
I gotta answer my. I feel weird saying it because that show is so successful for being a show where they just get fucking trashed all the time. But you really shouldn't drink in the booth. It's not a great idea.
I don't know. Maybe. I feel like certain things that's like it's more of a benefit than it is a detriment.
I feel like for fight night would be okay for bevs.
Yeah. We still got to do fight night. We're going to do fight night. We're just figuring out the whole logistics of it.
We got a lot of ideas, but this period in human history is not particularly great for new ideas or working out logistics. That's the thing.
We should try that later. Would you try that later today?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. We're going to try it later. If nothing happens, then either we didn't try it or just don't get your hopes up. You know how it works.
Then you know we either forgot or we failed miserably.
We failed miserably and we're never coming back. We both died in the process.
End of pod. This is the last episode. But it won't be the last episode.
We died trying to record Grand Blue Fantasy.
2 men yesterday were found dead over Memorial Day weekend. Killed by an apparent attempt at playing Grand Blue Fantasy using the PS Play sharing feature. Sony refused to comment on the event today, and the families are looking to sue. Everyone involved is confused, including this intrepid reporter. Back to you, Tom.
So it looks like they're going to pull Grand Blue Fantasy Versus from EVO this year.
This being...
I don't even think it's at EVO.
No, it is. I think it is.
It's very new, though. I didn't think it would.
There's a couple weird things on the EVO list.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to try to record that. I got a whole bottle of rum here, so we'll try to see it. Rick and Morty this fighting game. I turned it into a verb.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
To Rick and Morty something.
Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Going to be at EVO this year. As well as Samurai Showdown.
Although I guess no one's really at EVO this year.
That's true. Technically, no one is going to be at EVO this year.
They're going to do Smash on EVO, and apparently I've heard from like one of my online friends who like is big into Smash. If Smash has this thing where if one of you like your internet's too shitty, it'll disconnect the two of you and you'll be fighting a computer, but it won't tell you that.
Oh my god.
Meaning you could, unless you're recording both of them, you could be like, it's like, hey, I won. And it's like, no, you didn't. I won.
Holy shit.
That's going to be
I
some issues. And that's
I
why I'm
kind
like,
of
I got to
hope
watch
that
Evo.
happens. Yeah, this might be the first year I actually watch Evo.
I want to watch it for all the net problems that people are going to encounter, all the lag, over like the crashes, the game breaking bugs. I don't want to watch this Evo for any of like the fights or anything. I want to watch it for the problems.
This is going to be the Evo of problems. And apparently they're also going to have a game I've literally never heard of called Under Night In Birth EXE colon late and in brackets ST. Needless to say, it
That
is a
game,
Japanese fighting game.
that game is my shit.
Is it?
It is. I own it.
I have
But no one
it's
no one no one plays these with me.
it's got the most Japanese name I've ever heard.
I think the abbreviation for it is Unist, like UNIST.
I don't like that. I hate that actually. That's an awful abbreviation.
To be honest,
But
I'd
I
actually rather play that one. That's a really good game, but get ready. Grand Blue's more casual. Get ready for Under Night to hurt your thumbs.
yeah,
But dude,
it
I like
it
that game.
looks
That's actually that game has a really so it's by I think it's French Bread. Basically, they are the people that developed Melty Blood. If you
Oh,
don't know
okay.
what For those who don't know what Melty Blood is, it is a fighting game based off of the Tsukihime visual novel, which is by Type Moon, which is also part of the Fate universe, but its own separate universe. I don't know, weird retcon stuff. But yeah, that was actually a really fun fighting game, which I played on PC for a little bit. And then they went off to develop their own IP, which is Under Night. And it is
Hmm.
a solid fighting game. And people were like really happy that it got into Evo because it's got a really dedicated community. Even though everyone was like, "What? How could they remove melee for this?" They said, "Well, sweating profusely.
Through their
How could they?
neckbeards,
How could they remove melee for this?"
under their fedoras and neckbeards.
You hear in the background the sound of a clacking GameCube controller.
I will say the clacking of the GameCube controller is very satisfying.
It is soothing. Just that
Unfortunately, it's time for Melee to die.
there has been 3 different Smash Brothers games since then, and the current one is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Just because you can't like break the game like you could with Melee doesn't mean it's not good.
That's the thing. I think that's really what everyone is butthurt about. It's like, hey, I can't break this new game. That's bullshit.
Hey, you want to hear something really soothing?
Hit me. Yeah,
That's
there
the
we
good
go.
shit.
There we go. That's that good shit right there.
That's the good shit. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
You
Yeah,
gotta love the classic clack.
the classic clack. I still actually prefer it for a lot of different games because I'm like, I want an actual controller. Although the Switch controller itself is fine.
I
Actually, I
do.
play the Switch in the small version mostly. I'd like don't really use it on my TV.
Hmm. Oh, I see.
Actually, you have a Switch now. We could
I
play
do have a
Smash
Switch
together
now.
theoretically.
That's very true because I only use it in the um small version because it's a Switch Lite.
Yeah, 'cause yeah, yours doesn't do the plug into the TV.
Nope. And I wouldn't do that anyway.
I don't. I if I could not do it on my PlayStation, I would, but Yeah, not a lot of options. I need to get like a
True.
monitor or something. Plug it into
Yeah.
a monitor. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think we are good for this week. We're gonna go try to make content or die
It's
trying.
it's that fun time where we turn down the lights and we wrap everything up and we
We
say
have
goodbye.
Yeah, we turn down the lights, we wrap everything up. We got to get out of here before the people who actually own this place show up.
Yeah, we could get in a lot of trouble if they catch us here.
Yeah, this is called squatting, I believe.
Hey, we get squatters' rights though. I
Anyway,
don't
we're
know how
gonna.
that actually works.
If you liked listening to us ramble about just anything, anything related to video games, anime, otaku culture,
Etc.
we at least try to stick to that. We
Our
are on.
incredibly loose guidelines.
Yeah, we are on various different platforms. If you'd like to hear more of us, we're on YouTube, so like and subscribe there. We are on
We
iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer if you're French.
basically anywhere podcasts are distributed.
And you can follow us on social media uh, at Protagonist Seat, respectively. We're on both Twitter and Facebook.
Both of them. Holy shit.
We're not
So
on
much
Instagram.
variety. Nope.
I don't know. I don't know
If
what we would do with an Instagram, to be quite honest.
I don't know, cause like I see a lot of people promote their pod. Well, they say they promote their podcast on Instagram, and I'm like, what do you post? I have my own Instagram for personal use, and I don't even know what to post.
Same.
But if you want to keep an eye out for fight nights, we currently have a series in the works where I will be forced to play Eroge.
Yeah, so we're gonna do Ian plays Eroge. That's gonna be fun.
All that stuff's going to be on our YouTube page, so
Yeah.
keep an eye out
Also,
there.
like or subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're currently doing a thing where if we get 50 subscribers, very small milestone, but we're doing this. We're starting small. 50 subscribers. We are going to do a watch party of the anime series Another.
And I believe that goes until October, if I'm
Yes,
remembering correctly.
it goes until Halloween because it's a horror series. So we were like, that's an easy one.
It's thematically appropriate, and it gives us enough time.
Yes, because we grow at a very slow pace here.
Yeah. So spread the word, evangelize us to everyone.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. And if we do the watch party, you'll get to hang out with us over the interwebs at a safe 6-foot internet distance. And we'll watch Another. We'll watch a lot of middle schoolers die. But
I
in
think
a
they're high
cool way.
schoolers.
I honestly don't remember. It's been a long time since I
They're high
watched Another.
schoolers.
We'll
We
watch
get
a
to
lot
watch
of high
high
schoolers
schoolers
die.
So I think that's good. See you later.
Oh yeah, intro is by this cool fella named Popskyy. Pop, P-O-P, Sky, like the thing outside, but with 2 Y's.
That
Check
thing
him
you
out.
haven't seen in the past 3 months.
Yeah, check him out. He's got some cool chiptune music.
Link in the description below.
He's a neat fella. But that's
All right.
all. Goodbye.
See you later.